What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Screen Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. In this episode, I'm going to give my predictions for the next episode of Fargo. That's going to be Season 3, Episode 9, second to last episode, only one more after that one, and it's titled Aporia. Alright, so Fargo, Season 3, Episode 9. This is the second to last episode. The way Fargo has structured their season so far, the last 3 episodes are not only very eventful, they're very exciting, they're very tense. So it usually starts off like that, and then, we kind of waver off into the characters and the story a little bit. Before we come to the last 3 episodes where things start to get tense and exciting again. And that's been the format this season too. But one thing they've been able to do this season a little bit better than in past seasons is to make it a little bit more exciting all the way through. Where like season 1 to me, in the middle, it's only exciting when you see Malvo. Season 2 in the middle doesn't really have all that many exciting scenes, honestly. And then season 3, it's been a good job, I think, of being pretty exciting all the way through. So good job on that one. All right, the title of this episode is Aporia. Now, whenever I see a word that I don't know, or I just don't know the meaning, like maybe I've heard the word, but I'm not exactly sure the textbook meaning of it, I always like to look it up because most shows nowadays, especially the smart ones, incorporate the title in their episodes somehow. Maybe not the exact word, but the meaning of the word or the theme of the word will be sprinkled somewhere in the episode, whether it be through dialogue or themes or plot or just maybe even one scene that happens could have to do with the title. But most shows do that nowadays. So Aporia is a contradiction in your theory. So like you're trying to solve a problem, but there's a contradiction in your theory for solving that problem that makes you unable to solve that problem. Now, I feel like this can apply to probably every single character that we're dealing with, most notably Gloria, but if we think hard enough, we could probably connect that to most of our major characters that are still with us today. All right, so the synopsis for the episode reads, and there's not a lot at all, is Emmett sits down with Gloria, and then Nikki negotiates a deal. Now, all right, Emmett sits down with Gloria, self-explanatory. We even see in the trailer and by the end of the last episode by Emmett walking into the police station and, giving himself up. What is he giving himself up for? They don't let us know, but we can all assume that it's Ray's death, right? So we'll get that, and we see in the trailer Gloria kind of trying to suss out who the man behind the curtain is, who's really in charge. And of course Emmett is going to be reluctant to tell her, but I see this going one of two ways. Either Emmett is just going to go balls out and tell her that it's Varga, which could be interesting, or he's going to get spooked either by something he sees or witnesses, somebody coming into the police station, whatever, or just from his own thinking of how crazy these people are and how scary they are, that maybe he'll lie and say that Cy is the man in charge. Because look at it. Cy is in a coma right now. He can't defend himself. He can't say that Emmett is lying. None of that. So I think that is a good idea of where they're headed with that. So I don't really have much to add to Emmett sitting down with Gloria. They don't show a lot of Emmett in the trailer either. The only scene we really see of actual Emmett is when he's talking to Gloria. Now we see Varga speaking to somebody, talking about, something about a stupid person doesn't know who they're robbing or whatever. Now this would lead you to believe he's talking to Emmett too, but I don't think so. I believe he's talking to Nikki, where it says Nikki negotiates a deal. It's going to be with Varga, not with the cops. Nikki doesn't know that Emmett is going in there to say he killed Ray. So she's she doesn't realize that she's about to be in the clear for that case. So she wants to cut a deal with Varga to stop killing her, I guess. To lay off of her. And she's going to start telling him about the money, I guess, that she could pay Varga to, buy him off. And that money is going to be the money that's in Ray's apartment that they stole from the safety deposit box. So when Varga finds out that Ray stole that money, then he's going to say, well, that's my money anyway. You guys stole it from me, even though it was an Emmett's safety deposit box. So, yeah, that's where I totally see them going with that. Now, is she going to be successful in negotiating this deal? I don't know. Mimo is in the background of that scene, and he looks pretty, pretty rough. So I'm imagining that that's going to be towards the end of this episode, and we're still going to get more of Mimo and Yuri tracking her down. Because we don't see Yuri, but we see his arm come down to his side with that whip, or beatings. I think it's a whip. So we'll definitely get more of Yuri. Now, I believe that Yuri is actually going to die this episode, in the next episode. But maybe we'll even get more than that. Maybe it'd be more than just Yuri getting killed. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out. We don't get a lot in this trailer. From the trailer, it's a lot of quick cuts. But it looks like Varga and Mimo are in a bad spot. They look worried. They look scared. They look nervous. So it should be really interesting to see how Nikki applies that pressure. Is she still going to be rolling with Wrench? Does Mr. Wrench depart and that's it? We don't see no more from him because he's not really involved in this. I don't know. I hope we get to see more of Wrench. I like him as a character, and I love that connective tissue. I always say that. So that should be exciting. I believe there was a slight time skip because we see Sai in the last episode. I didn't talk about this in the review, I don't think. So much to talk about, right? So, you see Sai has a full-grown beard at that point. So, some time has had to have passed, a couple of weeks or whatever, before Emmett goes and turns himself in. Hopefully we get some more answers to, some backstory, some motivations between Varga and all that. We'll definitely see Gloria start bringing in different suspects, different people of interest, because we see Mrs. Goldfarb being questioned. She's the lady that Emmett and Sai were trying to sell the parking lot to. Maybe she's involved in a bigger role and we just don't know it. It should be really interesting to see how it plays out. I don't expect too many answers this episode, but I do expect a lot of excitement. Maybe not a lot of action, but a lot of tension, a lot of excitement, a lot of edge on your seat. Ooh, what's going to happen? I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he didn't do that type of stuff. And we'll probably get some action too. And then the last episode, I'm going to predict that we're definitely going to get a lot of action, a lot of death, and hopefully some answers to some of the questions we have as far as motivations or backstories or just connective stuff through this season. Most notably, that first scene in episode 1 with the flashback in the 80s with the Russian dudes and all that. So, should be really fun. Yep, that's it for this one. Not a lot really to predict. But I was pretty good with my predictions for last week, so I actually got a lot of those right. So we'll see where it goes. I didn't really give a lot of predictions, but we'll see. All right. And hopefully we learn more about Pops. I think we will learn more about Pops in this episode. Maybe not episode 9. They'll maybe save Varga for that one, or maybe it'll be vice versa, where we don't learn more about Pops until episode 10, and we learn more about Varga in episode 9. We'll see. All right, sound off down below. Let me know what your predictions are for the next episode of Fargo, or just if you want to talk about this season in general, or any season of Fargo, anything Fargo related. Sound off down below. Let me know what you think about my predictions, and more importantly, let me know what you think about my videos, the style, anything I could do to tweak, make them better, take out, whatever it is. I'm always trying to improve on the channel and on the videos, and the best way to do that is if those of you who watch the videos chime in and let me know what I can do to make your viewing experience more enjoyable. All right, thanks again for watching. Always appreciated. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.